a lot of enjoyment pulling the flags down across my face. So this started as just doing something like that. So I want you to come up and just drag the flag down across your head. So this flipping cards motion, you can drag both of them and come around. You can drag it around your shoulder. Sometimes when it's around your shoulder, it's going to get caught on your neck. You might have to pull it a little bit harder. So this is the basics of what I learned as draping. So this is the simple, that's how I started. Now for those of you that can do a pinwheel, you can do that same dragging over your shoulder. So try doing it with your pinwheel and drag. So I think we might have a little bit of music, just a little bit for you. So try dragging it slowly.
I've been spinning out the time, couple women by my side, I got sinning on my mind.
All right, literally try to drag it down the front of your face when you're doing it. The flipping cards, even the pinwheel, drag it down the front. So this really will adhere you to your silk flags. It becomes a tactile experience where you're touching your own self with the flags, right? So the flags, you're becoming one with the flags. They're massaging you, your energy. So you can also do things where you drop them down your arms. So bring it around your head and let it come down your arm. Let it slide, drape down your arm. Fading out again. I feel the chemicals. So now I'm going to take this lesson up into the advanced zone. I did that when I first started flagging. And it has morphed into something a little different. And how that's morphed is by where I'm holding the flags. So as a review for me, I hold my flags with 2 fingers, sometimes 3, and I hold the weight. I don't grab and poke into the fabric. I just grab and hold the weight. So that's me. I'm constantly walking up and down the long side of the flag. So the one thing that I do with my flags that I wanted to show you tonight was gathering them. So when I'm spinning the flag, I will, every time this flag comes around, I'll grab just the weight. So it's also the way that you walk up and down your flags. So if you're way down here, you can walk up the flags. You can let it go each time you step up, or you can gather the flags. So I'm going to show you a quick video on what this looks like. So everybody just grab your flags with your finger and thumb, and as your flag comes around, you're going to grab it with your pinky and your ring finger, and you're going to let go and then grab it the next time it comes around with your pinky and your thumb, and it comes around again, you'll grab it with your pinky and ring finger against your palm there, and then your again, your thumb and forefinger. So I took a little video. All right, so as the flag is coming around past my past my finger and the palm, I grab it. I let go, see, and pinch. I'm not necessarily catching the weight, I'm catching whatever I can. Again, it comes back around, I grab, and then pinch. Does anybody, if anybody needs me to share that again, please let me know. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and show it one more time.
So Xavier, I have a question. This is Dan.
Yes.
So just to be clear, you're gathering up several folds of the fabric inside your hand? One
Yes.
fold for each pass? Okay, got it.
See how I just grab it with the fingers, and then I grab it with my index finger and thumb. And pretty soon I have a big chunk of the flag right in my hand. So if you think of your flag, when you're draping, if I'm draping right here, and my flags are at full tilt, you can see them running across me. Now, if I take my flags and I gather them or bunch them, and I do that same motion, I suddenly have a pocket for my head to be in. And the flags do something altogether different. So if you're into the draping, if you get into it, the other big win with this draping and with the gathering is big flags. Does anybody like to spin big flags?
Yes.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hands up. I think there's more people off screen that I can't see. So same thing. So if you have a set of big flags now, and we were to grab them from, I usually start, when I grab them, I start at the bottom where the last weight, where the weight ends, you know, where it goes to the far end, just at that point. That way I know at both flags I'm grabbing at the same space, and I can walk my hand up. So these are not huge flags, but they're pretty big. And I'm inside. So the first thing that's done is that has made these flags, spin them, it's made them the size of regular flags for indoor flagging. So I'm not hitting the ceiling when I'm doing pinwheels. And when I do this draping motion, I all of a sudden have this extra movement that I can find myself into while still spinning the flag. That extra fabric just goes everywhere on my head. You can use it to drape down your arms. We were showing this just a second ago. And for those of you that have seen and watched me flag, this comes in handy to do other movements too. So I'll do a little of that now. I think Michael has a song for me to do. So if you want to watch, you're more than welcome to flag to the song. I don't mean to. If you can see me, that's great. If you want to watch, great. If not, but this is me doing what I do, and you'll see where it comes into play. Michael?
Tell me when it kicks in. I've been looking for a lover. Thought I'd find her in a bottle. God, make me another one.
I can turn it up a little bit there.
I'll be feeling this tomorrow. Lord, forgive me for the things I've done. I was never meant to hurt no one, and I saw scars upon a broken hearted love. Oh no, no, don't leave me lonely now.
So when I drape, I'm draping this way, I'm draping across my body. You can drape as you turn. So gathering those flags as opposed to not gathering them.
So
And draping.
Xavier, we have a question from Troy Arnold. He wants to know how much fabric is in your hand.
So I'm not going to measure it for you, but I'll tell you that these flags are about 5 foot by 3.5. They're touching the ground now, so maybe a little less than 5 foot. And I'm taking that much, so 2.5 feet. Does that make sense, Troy? Are there any other questions? Please type them in and Dan will read them to me or.
Yes, our next question is from Amy Lamb. She wants to know how you create a pocket.
So Amy, when you grab these flags and they're spinning, that's what you see spinning. Everything in here is a pocket. So the flags are going around and around. You have your flat surface, and then you have this pocket in here that knocks your glasses off. So this is that extra fabric. And that's what I'm calling a pocket. And my head finds its way in that pocket all the time when you see me doing the draping. It also helps the flag move around my body when I'm doing the draping on my body.
So she's also asking now, do you only hold on to the flags in one place?
No. So when I'm doing that motion, I start down from the very end of the weight and I'll start climbing my way up. Quickly, you can see that I can control them a lot easier in this room. And I have about that much at the tip right now, but it changes every time. So this makes it really easy to do these. And sometimes, yeah, but when I grab my flags, it's different every time. I try to make them the same if I'm doing, motions that are aligned. Sometimes I'll, that rule is a little different, but yeah, most of the time they're the same. How I hold the flags this way, I'm literally grabbing all of the weight. It's all in there. When I let go, I'm back to my regular thumb and forefinger. Sometimes when I've got big flags, I'll literally hold on to them like this without the thumbs. Or sometimes, most of the time with the thumb. Kind of depends on what I'm doing.
Can you do a walk up, which I think is maybe like a bunching without gathering the fabric, maybe?
Yeah, so if I'm down here and I start as if I'm walking, that's how I walk up my flags. Sometimes I'll bunch it. Most of the time I'll bunch it and then I'll drop it. So I'll start down here and I've got two sets of flags. Let me do this with one. So I'll grab, pinch, and come up to where I'm at the top. I'll drop it. But as Dan's already taught, flagging up here at the tip is going to change the shape of your flag. And yeah, so it's an easy way to move around. When you let the flag out, you don't necessarily need to walk down. But then when you're down here, you do that bunching and you don't have to grab it and hold it. You can just walk your hand. That's how you walk up and down a set of flags. That's how I walk up and down a set of flags.